sleepless nights, endless days. Ugh. Matthew, what's up? I don't know how my throat's gonna hold out tonight. I see there's some people over there at the F1. Some people found a good area to stand. I won't name the names of the channels, but they found a good place. But there's already cars going around the track. But don't feel like you have to do it, man. You do what it's your channel, you do whatever you want to. But yeah, I've already been watching some cars go around the track. You're not first, Ray, do you're second. You're on second base. Yeah, it's a Ferrari race plus it's the other race. The real race tomorrow night. How you doing, Ray, dude? But I'm saying there still might be just practicing or something, but there's some cars going around the track. I've been watching another channel for the last hour or so. I don't know what they're doing, but cars are going around the track. They found a good place, man. It might be like a secret location. Okay, so it's qualifying. But there were like 4 cars on the track at one time. And I don't know if they were the Ferraris or the other cars. Hi, Strawberry. I like calling you Strawberry. If you want to, first you got to click fast. Hi, Misty. It was good to see your sister in here last night. Speaking. Yeah, I know the main races, but I mean, there's cars going around the track right now, is what I'm saying, Matthew. And this other streamer seemed like he found a good location to stand. I don't know how he found it, but there's other people there filming too. I'm going to go to the strip. Starts at 10 p.m., so that's 11. That's 1 p.m., 1 a.m. my time. But I'm just saying there's some cars going around the track. But that was my only point, Matthew. There's people right now filming cars going fast around the track. That's all I can say. Maybe they're just practicing. Maybe they're just doing something. But there's cars going around the track right now. Hi, Kingfish. In my area, we have some strawberry fields where you go pick your own strawberries. I mean, it's a huge place. You know, and they got irrigation system but I mean, as far as no, I don't have a garden or anything. I don't have strawberries. I like strawberries. Probably ate in moderation. Strawberries are real good for you as long as you don't eat too many. But I used to go to that field. It's that, you know, they have a sign, excuse me, I knew I was going to have throat problems tonight. Sound like I got a cold again, too, but I really don't have a cold. But, they'd have a sign out by the road, pick your own strawberries. And it was actually fun. And you could buy different size buckets. Like this bucket costs you $5, this bucket costs you $10, this bucket costs you $20. And you fill the bucket up. And once you filled it up, you go like, you walk by them and go, I got my bucket filled. Thank you. See you later. But you bought a different size bucket and you filled it up with strawberries. But in my climate, probably the strawberries grow during the summer. I'm sure there's no strawberries here now. And strawberries supposed to come back every year. Like a strawberry plant, I think it keeps coming back. You don't have to replant them. I don't know. He's outside the Venetian. Hi, Pat Connors. Hi, Stephanie. $300. I don't know who he is. Oh, you talking about that? I didn't watch him. I didn't watch NLLV, but I know who he is. I was watching somebody else. Hi, Matt S. Yeah, I don't know when our strawberries. It's probably early summer or something when the strawberries actually are there. Thank you for coming in, Matt S. It's just different time. Depending on where you live, you never know when the crop's going to be ready. I really don't see how things grow in the cold, though. I mean, it's cold here. Last night and today and right now, I'm shivering a little bit. It's freaking cold. The cold is hit. Y'all see that snow like in Pennsylvania, guys? I watched some storm chasers today in Pennsylvania. And I think Warren lives in Pennsylvania somewhere. Bless anybody that's having to go through snow and storms and stuff and cold. I mean, it's cold here, but it's not like I'm in Pennsylvania. It's not cold like I'd be in Pennsylvania. Well, if you want to tell us what state you live in, you can tell us, but you don't have to tell anything, Matt S. You're in Pennsylvania, okay. Warren's in Pennsylvania. Whole field of snow. You don't have to tell us, Strawberry, but you can tell us where you might be from. You don't have to, because, privacy is a big part of YouTube. Those storm chasers are up there in Pennsylvania. Man, they go all over, I've seen the same person in California. I've seen the same person in Oklahoma and Texas. I've seen the same person in Florida when the hurricanes hit Florida. Man, they just go all over. You're also in Pennsylvania. Well, 3 people. Matt is, Strawberry, and Warren that comes in here sometimes. Everybody's from Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania. PA. The best thing I like in PA is the Philly cheesesteaks, because you can't get them nowhere else in the country. I know Geno's and Pat's are more like tourist place, but they're still good. And I hear that there's a lot of other places, a lot of hidden restaurants there that you can get a good Philly cheesesteak. You want to move to Vegas? Nothing wrong with that. I mean, Philly cheesesteak is one of my favorite things of all time. It really is. I gotta have the cheese wit though, man. You gotta have that freaking, what do they call it? That stuff in a can? Cheese whiz. You gotta have that. And I just like mine with the onions, cheese whiz, and just the steak. I don't want nothing else on mine. I don't even want peppers, like bell pepper or any kind of pepper. I like mine pretty simple, but I love, there's nothing like the taste of that. I mean, yeah, you can put other kind of cheeses on it, but I get it with cheese whip. I haven't been to Pennsylvania. Well, I went to Pennsylvania after I left Atlantic City. I come down Atlantic City Expressway into downtown Philly. I think that's where I was at. I think I saw a football field there. Like a pro field. NFL field. I think that's what I saw. We always talk about random. Yeah, I mean, you never know where the chat goes, Strawberry. We get on any kind of subject. I'm moving out to Vegas next month. Cool, Pat. I thought, was it Pat or somebody else? I thought somebody just said they were moving to like Michigan or Wisconsin or something. I thought that was you, Pat. Now you're moving to Vegas? Maybe I'm getting you confused with somebody last night. Somebody else. Somebody said they're moving somewhere up there in the cold area. But that's great, Pat. I hope you have fun. Yeah, Eagles Field. That's what I passed by. Philadelphia Eagles. Then I went and get me a cheesesteak. Cheese whip. Y'all see the presidents? Some of the presidents have been to Geno's or Pat's, I think President Trump's been there, and he got out the freaking car with the security all around him, and ordered a few cheesesteaks. But, in all reality, we don't even know if he got back in the car and actually ate them. But, it's to get your picture taken. It's, it's nostalgia. But that would be something, though, any president, to pull up. I think President Obama may have been there too. At one of those. A few of them have. I don't know which ones, but I think President Trump has, and probably some of the other presidents that we've had pull up there, Can you imagine the security getting out of that car, man? They'd be surrounding him. Mr. President, what do you want to order? Just give me some freaking Philly cheesesteaks, man. Oh, I'm definitely Southern, Matt S. North Kakalaki, North Carolina, my friend. There's no doubt about I'm Southern, but did you ever get the... No, but I watched a lot of videos on that one, King House. I'm King. I'm calling him King House. Hi, King House. Welcome in. I've seen videos on that one. Yeah, a lot of people have filmed in there. They look good too. I did get a Philly cheesesteak in Atlantic City, but man, this was a hole in the wall place I went into. And it wasn't that place you're talking about, Kingfish. It was a different place, but it was good. But I mean, that place was, I don't know. It's hard to explain. All I got to say is it don't look like they clean much inside the place, if you know what I mean. Everything just cluttered up, but it didn't matter to me. But I got a good Philly cheesesteak in AC one time, but it wasn't at the place Kingfish just mentioned. That's kind of a tourist thing now. They got all kinds of subs at that place in Atlantic City. But I would get the Philly cheesesteak before I get anything else. The Italian subs there look good too. Hi, John. North Carolina ain't Southern, but South Carolina is. We both Southern, John. We're hillbillies, like you say. We're hillbillies. We're Appalachian. Well, I'm not Appalachian, but some places are. Yeah, some hole-in-the-wall joints are the best. I don't know. Let's be quiet. Let's be quiet about JP. I know Spanish a lot. I was born Spanish, but my family teaches me English. Well, that's good, Strawberry. You type very well. Man, you can get a... I mean, in a lot of... I'm sure... I know there's a place here I can get one, but I've never tried one here. And you know what? That place is actually... This place that serves cheesesteaks is actually known for their seafood. It's kind of weird, you know. I don't know if I want to try it there. But I'm really not Appalachian. I don't live in the Appalachian area. I had a few other channels teach me some stuff about, like, liver mush. Melissa's Journey. I was in her chat one night. God bless her. I hope she's okay. Doing good. But I was chatting in her chat one night, and I guess it's an Appalachian thing, and they have actually a festival for liver mush. And I said, I never even heard of that before. It's sort of like liver pudding. It's sort of like scrapple. You know, I was telling her about scrapple. You know, you Northerners know what scrapple is. And our food line down here does sell scrapple. Can you believe that? But yeah, you know, I was trying to compare it to something else. I never had liver mush, never heard of it. But you learn things. Surf and turf. University of South Carolina is, you know, that's my team, John. And yeah, you can live in North Carolina and actually like a South Carolina team, you know. You can like any team. could say I like Notre Dame, but I don't. The SEC is University of South Carolina for sure. I don't know about, I think the Tar Heels, like the North Carolina Tar Heels, I think they're like ACC or something. Clemson is in South Carolina. I think it's ACC. So I don't know. I know University of South Carolina is SEC. I don't know about the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't know what conference they're in. All I know is South Carolina and Georgia didn't play this year. It wasn't even on the schedule. The big money game. I mean, that's almost like a pay-per-view right there, because University of South Carolina is a rival with Clemson, and University of South Carolina is a rival with the Georgia Bulldogs. And they wasn't even on the schedule this year. Georgia Bulldogs are not playing University of South Carolina. That's the two rivalries. As far as the Tar Heels and NC State, Appalachian State, I know nothing about Appalachian State. So I don't know much. I really don't know a whole lot about the North Carolina. But the Tar Heels, they're probably in the ACC, not SEC. What gets me about the SEC, then you have like Missouri. You have them in the SEC. Does anybody classify Missouri as being in the South? The SEC stands for the Southeastern Conference. I just find it a little weird, that you can have a team like way out there, Missouri. I just mentioned Notre Dame just off the top of my head, John, for reference sake. Love Scrapple. Yeah, it's our food lines. I have Walmarts, and y'all probably haven't never heard of Food Line. It's a grocery store. They still carry it way down here in the deep South. Their home base is Salisbury, North Carolina, is where Food Line started, and that's where their corporate office is. But all the food lines have Scrapple, and I've had it. I bought it at Food Line down here one time. And I had it with some eggs. I mean, I like it. I actually do like it. At the time, I was dating a lady from up north, and she knew about it. So she said, "Look, there's Scrapple." I said, "I don't even know what that is." She said, "Well, let's get some." I said, "Okay." And then we got a dozen eggs, and then we came back, and she cooked it for me, and I liked it. You got a buddy in North Carolina? You can sort of tell me what city, but you don't have to. Yeah, I've never put syrup on Scrapple. Well, I mean, it was my first time, so I didn't even know what to expect, but I actually do like it. I mean, I'm sure it's just parts and pieces, right? It's sort of like Spam. It's sort of like parts and pieces. Who knows what's in Scrapple? Something. Not that day, John. I mean, she was okay. It's like any relationship, any relationship, you have your ups and downs. But that was a long time ago. Yeah, sausage, but softer, yeah. Sometimes when I don't know how to say something. Well, you're doing very good typing, Strawberry. We can all understand what you're saying. And if this helps you trying to learn English, good. Wish I could clear my freaking throat. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you speak two languages, you're probably thinking it in Spanish and try to figure out how to type it in English. I can barely speak English, so English is my only language. Hi, Holly. What, the Scrapple? John, we still talking about scrapple? You gonna try it? I can't even remember how she cooked it. I don't know if you like scramble some eggs in there. I mean, you have to warm it up in a pan. You have to cook it some. Might put some oil in a pan, in a non-stick pan. Some oil or butter or something. I don't even know. The other people in here might can tell you how to do it. But I mean, it's more easy to find up probably your area, but it still might not be easy to find. But that's where it originated from. Up north. Up north, up that way. It's a staple. It's not my favorite, but sausage. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's acquired taste. I've only had it a few times. So. But that's really where it comes from. I just can't believe Food Line down here based in North Carolina, and they got some supermarkets around. I just can't believe they stock it down here. But they do. Cut it up into squares, butter in a pan. Yep, pretty simple. Probably kind of cut it up like you were doing a piece of Spam. Put some oil or butter in the pan, throw it in the pan, and kind of brown it on both sides. Then you got it. But I like it with eggs, you know. However you like your eggs. Scrambled eggs, sunny side up, over easy, over medium. I just like it with eggs. Fried like sausage patties, yeah. See, some of y'all know about this. Over easy. Yeah. I like that too, though. I like over easy. Hi, John Paul. I'm trying to clear my throat. To answer your question, no, I didn't miss you. Trying to be honest. Because I never know what you're going to type, man. Type some crazy stuff. Well, it's not doing too good tonight, but I took a nap. I took a nap from like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You know, and I'm still kind of like with that wake up voice, you know, some people have it. Like I'm still waking back up. But I wanted to do that so I could watch YouTubers late tonight. You know, Friday nights can be a good night to watch YouTube. Yeah, honesty is you don't have to cover a lie with a lie and another lie. If you don't lie, you know, my stores down here, since the hurricane, still do not have, speaking of eggs, they still don't have eggs. My Walmart has eggs. Damn. I can't even talk, guys. But I'll tell you my two stores down here. One of them's Family Dollar and the other one's Dollar General. So that's my stores that are very, very close to me. They still don't have eggs, guys. Since the freaking hurricane, how long has that been? Like 5 weeks ago or something? Still no eggs, but they brought back in some frozen and refrigerated items, but they never have eggs. And eggs have gone back up. I looked at the price of eggs last night at Walmart. versus a week ago. And god dang, they like doubled again. And I'm going, damn, last week I could have stocked up on some eggs at Walmart for like $1.88 for the cheap dozen. And I think they're about $3.50 now. I mean, that's almost double. But it could be because the holiday's coming. And you know, everybody around the holiday of Thanksgiving, you know, you're going to get the people in there with their mixers and they're going to try to make some cakes and stuff. And if you ever made a cake, you know you have to put eggs in it. I don't know, but eggs have doubled, even at Walmart. Yeah, $5 extra large. A good shot of brandy. I don't have any brandy, but if I did, I would. Yeah. Yeah, beef is out of control. Even just some cheap ass 73% ground beef is freaking too dang expensive. And that's the cheap ground beef. We ain't even talking 80-20. We talking 73%. Tastes like rotten. Speaking of that, I watched a YouTuber today. Y'all ever heard of those 10-year-old duck eggs? This YouTuber pays people $20 if they can eat that whole duck egg. It's a 10-year-old preserved egg. That's funny to me. Now that's a YouTuber I like. Well, he does a hot chip challenge, and he pays them money if they can finish it, you know. That YouTuber is funny. Couple of chickens. I used to have chickens, but not anymore. This is a true story. A possum killed one of my chickens. The possum would dig and crawl under the pen. The pen was on the ground, but the freaking possum would go in there and like eat the eggs and stuff. Yeah, possum killed one of my chickens. I can't have no more chickens. Well, it draws in other things. It drew in a snake one day. Hell, I lifted up the damn top of the pen, and there was a snake under there, a huge snake, and that thing could have bit me in the face. This is another true story. So I went back out there, and I looked at that damn snake, and it had an egg inside of it. So the snake was going in there and eating the freaking egg. And plus, when you throw down like corn or something for them to eat, it draws in mice. So it was just drawing in too many different critters. So no more chickens, but yeah, it's a good way to have some eggs if you can deal with all that other crap. Yeah, snake got in there. Well, the snake was eating the eggs. And there was an egg inside of that snake after I went back out there and looked at it, and that thing was huge. So, I mean, you know, it drew possums, it drew mice, and it drew a snake, at least one snake. No more chickens for me. And the freaking chicken feed drew mice. They get in the chicken feed. Because mice eat any damn thing. Please take those and do it. Oh my goodness. I used to go spend some time with a friend it was only 3 miles from here. And at their house, there was raccoons there too. So, I mean, our area does have raccoons. I don't know, that thing on my roof could be a raccoon and not really a possum. The way it is so fast, I think it might be a raccoon. It's faster. Possums kind of just go slow and stare at you. They're always like in slow motion, but this thing, I never even went outside to try to look to see what it is. But it could be a raccoon. It's either a raccoon, possum, or a cat. It's not a squirrel. It's too heavy to be a squirrel. I mean, hell, it sounds like a human walking on my roof. Sometimes. And let's not forget skunk. We have skunk around here, so it actually could be a skunk, too. I've seen them face to face before. And a skunk will eat anything also. You know, if you leave out cat food. I got all these people around here that leave cat food out, thinking they're being, oh, let's just feed some stray cats. Well, you're feeding possums and you're feeding raccoons and you're feeding skunks. Don't put food outside. But you can't, even those people I used to go visit, they would put food outside, just mounds of food to feed the stray cats. And I said, you can't do that. It draws mice. It draws. And up there at their place, I saw possums and raccoons eating the crowd. I saw both of them in real life. And it's not funny to go outside at night and face to face with a freaking raccoon. Those things they're scarier than a possum. But you can't tell people nothing. But I can try to tell y'all, don't put food outside. Don't feel like you're got to feed a stray cat if you got a stray cat outside, because it draws all this other stuff in. And plus, you don't want mice. Mice will eat that too. I mean, who wants mice right on their house? You're typing in Espanol and I can't read it, but I guess it's okay over here. I guess you went back to your Spanish, but I don't know what you're saying. Or asking for trouble. No, but I'm saying some people just put out cat food to feed their outside cat. But then the raccoons come and eat the cat food. That's what I'm saying. They might have good intentions of feeding their outside cat, but it draws in raccoons and possums and skunks, if you have them, and mice. And it can draw in other things depending on where you live. Coyotes, bears. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I would go out the side door at their place at night because they left cat food out for the outside cat. Well, there was two cats. But you couldn't explain to those people. I used to feed that cat, but here's how I fed one of the cats that actually would let me pet the cat, and was very friendly cat. One was a wild cat. But here's how I fed the cat. I just took a very small handful of dry food and put it in the bowl. And if the cat didn't eat it all, I took the bowl and put it in the house. But they wanted to just pile it up, pile up a big pile. Yeah, they even caught a freaking possum in their trash can. The possum went after a freaking trash in the trash can, got caught in the trash can one night. And what I did, I didn't harm the thing. What I did, I took the damn trash can and threw it in the backyard and it crawled back away. But I saw raccoons there too. They scare me more than possums. We probably have foxes too. I've seen foxes around here years ago. So we got foxes, we have coyotes, we have bears. I don't want to see a bear, but they're out there somewhere. They'll go through your trash. Bears will hurt you. And deer, we got deer. Deer will hurt you. I haven't seen a fox in years, but they're around here. Well, a male deer can do it with their antlers too. If it's like rut season, mating season, sometimes you don't want to be close to a deer and they'll come at you. Yeah, they'll kick you too, but their horns could hurt too. Or whatever you call it's on their head. Yeah, well, the ticks too. I've had ticks on me before. Has anybody ever had a tick attach themselves to you? I have. That's not a good thing. That's another reason I don't want to have dogs anymore. Because sometimes the dogs will bring it in on them, and then you like sleep in the bed with them. Next thing you know, you got a tick on you. Heck no. No more pets for me. Hi, Stephanie, if I haven't spoke to you. I think I have. I had to get one removed at the ER. I just remove them myself. No wonder I got so many problems. Well, another thing that ticks is that, what is it called? Rocky Mountain spotted fever or something, plus Lyme disease. Just by getting bit by a freaking tick. But I've had them attached to me before, and I go like, oh shit. Yeah, hiking. Yeah, anytime camping, hiking. It's a good way. Well, even just walking in my freaking yard is probably a good way. You always need to check yourself. I hate them too. But yeah, back in the day, before I ever heard of Lyme disease, we talked about Rocky Mountain spotted fever 40 years ago. And I think that's one thing you can get from them. I don't know when the Lyme disease thing really, people realize that it caused that. So you actually had Rocky Mountain spotted fever, or you know somebody that had? I don't know. Maybe I did have something. I don't know. I pulled the freaking ticks off of me. I've had ticks on me a lot. Well, think about hunters too. You know, like a deer hunter that sits up in a deer stand all day beside a tree. That's a good way to get ticks on you. Your dad was in the hospital once for it. Yeah. But any kind of hunting, you out there in the, in the woods, well, anytime hiking, camping, that's a good way to get ticks also. But having pets is a good way to get ticks. My dogs used to have them on them sometimes. And then you go like, God dang, I see a tick on the dog. Let me pull that off. But they're bringing it back in the house when you have house dogs. He was a tree trimmer. How about, okay, I'll almost get off the subject, but has anybody ever heard what we call red bugs, not bed bugs? We've all heard of that one too. That's not a fun thing. But red bugs, we call them in the South red bugs. And mainly, like, let's say you go sit in some pine straw outside. It's always around the pine straw. You sit in the pine straw and you have your little picnic dinner. And it's happened to me before. Then you come back in later. I don't even know what the little creatures are, or little insects or something, but red bug, we call them red bugs, and then that shit just swell up on you and it start itching. Y'all ever heard of that? Chiggers, yeah, that's another name for them. Man, thank God I hadn't had a chigger in a long time. That's it, chiggers. But we call them red. I think we call them red bugs because they make your skin turn red and swell up. Could be palmetto bugs. But yeah, I think chigger's another term we use. Man, I was going to Six Flags one time. Long road trip. I think my grandparents were with me. And we stopped off and we had a picnic dinner, some kind of rest stop, and we sat over there in freaking pine straw to eat like a sandwich or something. And then shit, next thing I know, they had ate me up. Whatever them, I think they like go in your inside your skin or something. They must be like little insects or something. I don't even know what they are. You don't really ever see them, but when they get you, they get you. Yeah, that's red bugs. And they can be called chiggers too, like somebody just said. We have used that term also, but down in the South, we just have names. We just say red bugs. I don't even know. I've never seen the bug, but they've ate me up before. Thank God I haven't been ate up in years by them. They hide on grass. Yeah. But like I said, the worst place down here, we have a lot of pine trees. It always seems I really got them. You know, if I sat, we call it pine straw. Y'all might call it pine needles, or you might call it pine something else. But you know, when there's a lot of pine straw on the ground, that's usually the place I always got them. But yeah, they can be in grass. It can be in anything. It can be anything outside. Boy, my parents had friends that caught no. Oh, no, seums is another thing. That's not red bugs, but no seums. Okay, I got stories about those. I don't even know what the hell they are, but they hate my ass up too. We call them no seums because you can't even see them, and they start eating you up. And I'll tell you mainly where I've gotten all that from. On the coast, Hilton Head, South Carolina, Tybee Island, South Carolina. When it was always Beaufort, South Carolina. When I'm always around the marshlands and the coast, they eat you up. And the freaking mosquitoes down there are bad too, but that's a different story. But them freaking no-see-ums, I don't really have them here, you know. I'm way far from the coast. But anytime I went on like a vacation or something, those things would tear you up. And it always seemed like it was around the ocean area, the backwater area, you know, like saltwater. We call it marshland. There's a lot of marsh down there, but it's salt water. You got the intercoastal waterways down there. I remember eating at Hilton Head Island at a freaking restaurant. The line was long, and they said, "Okay, you have to sit out back here at the back deck or whatever." Nice little place, but it was located right on the marshlands, and so we had to wait. You know, they said it'd be about a 35-minute wait or something, and then we all started itching like shit. And finally, somebody that worked there, I don't really like using this type of stuff, but they brought us that off, you know, that off stuff you spray on yourself. They brought us a damn can of off, and everybody else. I mean, there's a lot of people waiting to get a table inside at this restaurant. But they brought us a can of off because they knew we were getting ate up by the no-see-ums. And we were. That shit ain't fun. And mosquitoes. Damn, mosquitoes love me, man. You know, they seem to be attracted more to some people than other people. Some people say if you drink alcohol and all, it makes mosquitoes more attracted to you. I don't know. I know some people that don't drink alcohol and they still get attacked by the freaking mosquitoes. But yeah, them no-see-ums down there at Beaufort. I've been to Beaufort, South Carolina, Hilton Head, South Carolina, And I think I went to Tybee Island. I think that's what it's called. Tybee Island. No, well, I have. I didn't get bit there. There's another place I went. But around the Myrtle Beach area, Myrtle Beach, been there, but I never encountered no-see-ums at Myrtle Beach. But those other places, man. And freaking in Beaufort, it was a mosquito problem too. God dang, them mosquitoes were the biggest mosquitoes I ever seen in my life. You just walk outside and you'd be like covered in mosquitoes. But that was on backwater in the marshland close to the intercoastal waterways. In New Jersey, we have a lot of Italians. Whatever. Yeah, pheromones too. It probably does have something to do about pheromones. I wish I had good pheromones for attracting women. I know some. I know somebody. I know a man that has some good pheromones, and he attracts all the women. And I joke with this guy. But yeah, I do believe some men do have some pheromones that women just can't. No matter how they look, no matter how the man looks, the man don't even have to do a pickup line. The man doesn't have to do anything. I've witnessed it firsthand because me and that man used to hang out together. You think a woman ever approached me? No. But he could be sitting beside me. They approaching him. So I do believe in pheromones. As far as that, for the attraction sometimes. Some women, it's like, it's just, you can't explain it. I can't explain it. And I've witnessed it a lot of my life. This particular man, I said, man, you got some good pheromones. Because, I mean, god dang, we can't go anywhere. They just come up to him and hit on him. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's not, I mean, he's decent looking, for sure. He looks better than me. I mean, it could be looks also, but I still say it's his pheromones. No, it's not really the Benjamins, but hi, Scott. They don't even know he's got money. They don't know about his bank account or his wallet. They don't know anything. I can't explain it. I've only seen it with one or two men I've hung out with before. The rest of the men, kind of like me, you know, they don't come up and just start talking. But I've seen it with two men before that I used to hang out with. I never saw that movie. Armpit and ball sweat. Well, I mean, I don't even think the guys wore cologne back then. It was his pheromones. It's still his pheromones. It's still happening to this day. I talk to him on the phone sometimes, and I always make jokes about him. We joke around. But I've been out to eat with him. I've been out to eat when he was on a date with somebody. That didn't stop the other women from hitting on him. Didn't stop them. They didn't know. They didn't know if he had money or not. They didn't know anything about him, but they approach him. Always have. I got some bikers down the street from me, John. I would actually like to get to know them, but no, I'm not buying a Harley and I'm not going to be a biker. I'm too old for that and I don't want to get on a motorcycle. And I'm just not really the biker type. They were farsighted. My cousin is an old lady. Okay. Wonder what good football games are coming on later Saturday. I don't even know what the matchups are this week. College football. Who's you guys' favorite college team? I'd like to know who John Fiera. I know I never say your name right, or your last name. What's your favorite college team? Holly, what's your favorite college team? Stephanie, what's your favorite college team? Ohio State and Indiana. But what's your favorite college team, John? Do you have one? Anybody in chat? Do y'all have a favorite college team? I'll try to watch that one. You like Indiana? Okay. Ohio State used to be real good. Roll Tide, Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Lord, I'm not coming home to you. Wait, Holly. But you're not in Alabama, right? I thought Holly was from somewhere else. But it doesn't matter. People always think I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, because I like the South Carolina Gamecocks, baby. Shit, Ric Flair likes the South Carolina Gamecocks, and he lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I've seen him at the game before. Yes, sir. So, I'm not making fun. How's the slot machine, Simon? I saw you were live earlier. How'd you do on the slot machine? Any college football, especially in the West Coast. I actually like the East Coast stuff better. You know, the Southern teams. I like watching the Southern teams on the East Coast better. Of course, late at night, you're going to watch West Coast stuff. Oh, it was your home slot. It was your slot machine at home? Oh, I thought you were actually in the casino. Hi, Las Vegas auditor. Skyline. I wouldn't even know how to dial Skyline because, you know, now it's just numbers. Back when I had an old telephone, you could look at all those little letters and figure out what Skyline is. Shit, I wouldn't even know what those. I wouldn't even know how to figure out what skyline is with the numbers anymore. But I'm not going to call you anyway, auditor. That's true, John. A lot more scoring with the offense on the West Coast. Yeah, I can't see letters on my phone either, so I couldn't spell skyline. But I'm not gonna text or call you auditor. I'm just saying I couldn't figure it out. If I had to, I couldn't figure out what the freaking numbers would be. Hook 'em horns. Did you actually figure out the number, Simon? There's no way I could figure it. I mean, I could probably go like Google and say, "Hey Google, can you show me all the letters on an old telephone?" Then I might could figure out the number. But I'm not even worried about figuring out the number. You pull the cheat sheet. Yeah, you have to. You have to pull the cheat sheet trying to figure out that number. But how do you get a number like that? Or you just try to figure out a word. You already have your phone number, and then you try to figure out a word that it's spelling. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, in the old days, I could do it because you could, when you had a dial phone or, the push button. Well, I first had a dial phone, rotary. I think it was called rotary. That was the first phone I ever had, like five, five. You had to, it took some effort to make a phone call. Then when they upgraded to a touch, the buttons you could touch, now that was a real upgrade. In college, I had all the horns off the. I don't know what that means. Well, thank you, Holly. I laugh funny. I talk funny. But I'm just me. God made me like God made me. I can't help the way I laugh and talk or look either. I mean, I guess I could get $100,000 worth of surgery to my face and I might look better. But in my opinion, some people that get all that work done on their face, this is my opinion. Some people, you get all that work done on your face, you actually look worse, in my opinion, than you did before. Just be natural. God gave you your own face. God gave you the way you talk. God gave you your personality. So just be yourself. I wore a shirt, went home because my brother went University of Texas. Okay, Longhorns. I think that's the Longhorns, right, in Texas? That hook 'em horns hand symbol. Okay. I'm still learning to accept my speech. Well, don't let nobody bring you down, Simon. We all talk different, right? Well, I can't even listen. I've never listened to me talk back because I can't stand it. You know, some people, they can't listen. I can't. I cannot rewatch or listen to me talk for 5 seconds. I've never watched a replay. I've never listened to my voice because I can't stand it. I don't know how y'all take it, but y'all deal with me. But a lot of people don't like to listen to their own voice. Some people it doesn't bother, probably. Gets barbecued and then when retired. No, I wouldn't be too good, Scott. Well, maybe in the South because but we have a mixture of people now. Even where I live, it's not just Southerners. But back in the old days, we all talked like this down here. But now, you have new people move in and all. So people talk in all different ways now. You can go to some very small towns, like in North Carolina, and most of the people are still going to talk like I do. But then if you get to a place like Charlotte or Asheville or something like that, you're going to hear all kind of accents. You're not just going to hear Southern people talking. Is UT's mascot. See, y'all teaching me something. Well, thank you, Holly. Well, giving me a few compliments. Thank you. A compliment feels good, right? It really does. I need to give out more compliments. Hi, Ron N. How you been? Well, I remember when YouTube kind of gave you a problem one time, accusing you of not being old enough. But we all knew that you were old enough. And they were like, I don't even know why they were picking on you. That was YouTube. And I don't know if they took your monetization for a month or something like that. And accusing you that you might not be, you had to prove your age or something. I remember it, Simon, because I remember a lot of stuff. Channel is growing without drama. Well, I mean, sometimes it can be drama. It's really not me, it's the chat. You never know if the chat's going to go south or north. I like it when it doesn't go south, but sometimes I can't help it. And then sometimes I get blamed. I'm not the blame. It's the people in chat that are to blame to cause the drama. So I can't ever control it, but I don't want it to happen, but sometimes it does happen. I didn't know you got it, Simon. It does. YouTube marks my channel. To this day, nobody could comment. Wow. To this day? I know you had that problem with like YouTube like 2 years ago, Simon, or 3 years ago. Time flies. They're still marking your channel? God dang, man. We know Simon's over 21 years old. I know that for a fact. I mean, just because you might talk a little different doesn't mean you're not 21 years old or plus, over 21. That's crazy right there. For some subscribers, wow. Mr. Roy introduced me to you way back. Yeah, of course I know Roy, the San Fran guy. I've been following him for years, but I'm glad you found me. We all find each other for a reason. I keep saying that. We all find each other for a reason, and hopefully it's a good reason and not a bad reason. Turned 25. Oh, I found you through. Yeah, that's where. Well, you went live on his streams before, Simon. Yeah, I found you through Raw Says What. No doubt. Because he was one of the first people, and then I found you, and then I found a waitress there. I found 420. I found some other people, maybe even like Mama Mia. That's where I found the originals, the OGs. Warren. Yeah, that was a long time ago there, Simon. But yeah, you got a good memory too. I mean, I can't always pinpoint now, exactly how I found people, but a lot of times I know. And for even Holly to tell me that she found me through Roy makes me feel good. I've been following Roy for years. The first appeared, I remember. I remember when you appeared and you were like talking to him back and forth, but somehow y'all did like a double live stream back then. I remember that. Yeah, time does fly. You started YouTube in 17. Instagram didn't allow me post cartoons over 15 seconds. Wow. I only use Instagram to actually communicate with people. I mean, some people's doing good on Instagram, getting a lot of people following them. I don't use it for that. I use it to, if I want to contact. I really don't try to mess with, when I say mess with, I just don't like to text people and stuff. So some people will send me a text every now and then, but I don't really text other people. I mean, if it was a flat out emergency or something, I would, but on a daily basis, I don't send anybody anything on Instagram. And I don't have any other kind of messenger. I have nothing. He digs my stupid channel. It's a major compliment. This was originally a cartoon channel. Hi, Maria. I use Instagram to mainly communicate too. Yeah, me too. I mean, some people have grown their Instagram. I guess you can get monetized over there. I don't know much about it. I don't really put out videos and crap like that on Instagram. I mean, I put out a few a long time ago, but I really don't. I mean, YouTube's my love. I love YouTube. I've never TikToked. I've never went to all those other places. Never have. I'm still here for YouTube, or still here because of you guys. Meeting great people, having great conversations. And I've never went to all those other platforms. Never. So if one of y'all see me over there, it's not me, guys. It could be an imposter, but it's not me. They might record me and post it over there, but I don't have any other platform. But I've never even tried it. I've been in the room where somebody else was doing TikTok over there. You know, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and thinking everything's funny. I don't know. I've never had TikTok. I never had an account in TikTok or none of those other places. And I'm sure there's a lot of places. I mean, I have Facebook, but that's more of a personal thing for me. That's for very close family and a few friends. But I don't do anything on Facebook either. Some people do. I guess they can get monetized there also if they get a bunch of followers or something. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. Yeah, I agree with that scrolling. 2015. I mean, I still have Facebook, but I don't give that out. It's got my real name, too. My close friends and family know what my name is, but no way I would give it out over here. Nope. And plus, I only use it for communication. It's kind of a backup way to communicate with somebody if you have to. That's the only reason I don't even watch. I don't watch anything on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. Yeah, I don't watch. I don't watch when people go live or something. I don't even watch it. I stick to YouTube. I don't know. I'm a YouTube addict. You haven't, Stephanie? Yeah, I haven't either. Oh, Instagram. Yeah, I would. I would almost say I'd recommend anybody getting Instagram because it's like you don't have to have somebody's phone number, but you can still contact them like a text message. You can call them on the phone, like you're calling them on the phone. You can video chat with people behind the scenes. I mean, it took me years to get Instagram. I probably only had Instagram now 1 or 2 years. but I'm actually happy I have. I've video chatted with a few people before. Not many, but a few. You can call people up just like you're calling them on the phone and you don't even know what the phone number is. And they don't know what your phone number is, but they can still call you. Video chat, text. That's why I like Instagram. Facebook. The Facebook is private, yep. Trusted fam lets me use account to connect. Folks keep pestering me to get IG. I would say get it. It depends on. I didn't even think about it until now, but when other people were saying you got to get it, and I mean, yeah, I might have 50 or 100 followers now. They really don't contact me much, but that's what I want. I don't like people to contact me much. But I have done video chats, I've done like a phone call, and I've done text message with people. So it's very easy. Once you get the app, it's very easy. The video calls are very easy too. I mean, you just hit like the button up there and say, call this person. And then you can open up video if you actually want to. You don't have to open up video. It just depends on your situation. If you have, well, I mean, you can do it with a regular phone too, but you can't, it's not so easy for me to do the video part. Some of y'all have that other FaceTime and all that other. I don't have any of that. So I have to, which I don't do it much, but if I do a video call, it's got to be through Instagram. And it's very simple. Once you set your account up, it's very simple. Yeah. Right, Stephanie? Right, Holly? I mean, seriously, though. I mean, there's people that. I hope my chat's not froze. My chat did freeze. My chat froze. I missed a lot of chat. My chat froze. Yeah, you just have to get the app on your phone. If you use it, you have to have your data or a Wi-Fi connection on your phone while you use it. And then it works. And then you just get some other people following you and tell them who you are. Or tell them who you are. And vice versa. I probably need to go see. I'm sure there's a lot of people live right now. I just want to kind of come in here and touch base with y'all for a little while. A little while turns into an hour and 30 minutes. But I mean, this is kind of my night. I like to go watch other people. And I mean, you never know. I could be back late tonight, early morning. I don't know. But yeah, I am on my Instagram thing. I am connected to a good many people that I met through YouTube. I log into it every day, or I check to see if anybody sent me a message or something. But other than that, I don't really. I'm not the first one to send a text to somebody else. They have to send me a text first. Tuning in, lettuce. You do what you want. It's nice talking to y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I find that I don't find anybody I want to like or watch. I'll go back live, or I might go back live late later, since it's Friday night, Saturday morning. But I do think I'm gonna sign off right now, and you two ladies get Instagram. Then let me know. Get Instagram. All you gotta do is go to your, depending on Apple. If you got Apple or the other Play Store, just go find the app. Then you have to sign up. Probably have to give them an email address. Then you got to verify it through your email address. And that's about all it is to it. But you got to have an email. I'm sure you have an email that you can check. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys.